Welcome back to Tollywood, sir.
I was always here in Tollywood. I
Yes.
didn't go anywhere, but only thing is, was waiting for the right script, right director, and you can't ask anything more than a film like Sita and a director like Teja.
So Sita is coming on the 24th of May. How are you feeling?
Excited. I saw the film, so when you have seen your product and you feel more confident, I'm sure it's going to be one of the biggest entertainer that Telugu audience will see this week.
Okay. So when Teja sir narrated the script to you, what was your first reaction?
I knew that, I'm working with a genius who is totally in love with the craft, a person who, will make sure that everything has to be to the perfection when shot, whether it's narrated. And I remember from the very first day I landed on the sets, we were shooting for a song sequence, and I knew I'm in safe hands and working with someone who loves cinema as much as I do. So, and I think the whole journey was phenomenal. And he's one director, I would say, when you're not shooting with him, you miss him.
Oh. So Teja sir is known to give a lot of advice and everything. So did he advise you?
I don't know, but I always treated him like my brother. Like I said, when you love the craft so much and you find a technician who loves equally loves the craft, so everything falls in place. I think everything was so rightly programmed that when we were shooting, we were totally in sync. When I used to say something and what feedback I used to get from him was all that I needed to, face the camera. And all the scenes that were created and the way he shot it, I knew it's going to be magical for the audience when they see it, and thoroughly enjoyed the whole experience here.
So you're in Tollywood since how many years?
It's been almost 18 years when I started, and still miles to go, but the journey is on.
Definitely on. ఇప్పుడు మీకు తెలుగు అర్థమవుతుందా అవ్వదా?
No, I can understand fully Telugu, but somehow I don't feel confident saying I know I'll go somewhere wrong, but there's a huge connection that I have with my Telugu audience.
సో మీరు తెలుగు మాట్లాడగలుగుతారా? మాట్లాడండి ఏదైనా.
No, you give me the lines, I'll speak. You've been on the sets, you know how well I speak my lines. Yeah.
కరెక్ట్. సో మీరు ఏదైనా మా గురించి మూవీ నుంచి ఏమైనా డైలాగ్ చెప్తారా?
I think that I should leave for the audience to see and experience it. All the dialogues in the film are something that will become the cult lines. They're very entertaining. I remember when we were shooting for the first day, Teja sir said this character will bring smiles on everyone's face if the lines are narrated in a very poker-faced way, very underplayed. And that's what we followed for my character, Baswaraju, that very underplayed and very nicely done. And when I saw the film, the reaction of the audience was phenomenal, and knew we were right.
So how was Baswaraju like? Who is Baswaraju? What is his character?
I would say when you hear such characters, you get intimidated. He's something who's unpredictable, who will come up with something new, and he's a guy who's so focused. He, falls for a girl, and only ambition in his life is to get her, and get married to her, whatever he wants to be with that girl. So rightly, he leaves everything, and that's his motive. And the best part about a good film is, the way all these characters are interwoven, whether you talk about Sita, whether you talk about Baswaraju, whether you talk about Sinu's role in the film, all the characters are interwoven. When one person says the line, it's connected to the other character. So that's, I would say, it's modern day, whether you talk about Mahabharata or Ramayana, it's got those ingredients of all those characters very nicely narrated. Yeah.
Now when you're saying this modern day Mahabharata or Ramayana, now what are you? In the trailer you are saying you're like Ram. You're saying don't compare me to Ravana. Yeah. So what are you?
I feel, there's a huge challenge between me and Kajal, that who's a bigger Ravana. From my point of view, I'm the Ram and other is Ravana, and from Kajal's point of view, she's Sita, and everything is evil in the world. So which is actually what people think when they think about their perspective and they feel that that's right. So I think that's why people will connect with the film more, because they'll feel that everyone feels that they are right, and everything other is on the other side is evil. So I think that's what Sita is.
Yeah. So, but you are saying you're actually in love with Sita.
So I think that's why when you do everything for her and you feel that you have been betrayed, someone is not fulfilling those promises. So that's a time you would say you have to go all out and make sure things happen.
Yeah, but it was also different for a girl to just agree to some agreement like that.
It's a USP of the film. The film starts with that'll give so much of shock value to everyone. People say, "Arey, the heroine can say that." But I think that's a USP of Sita, and that's a USP of a director like Teja.
Like, it was completely shocking.
People are ready to face those shock values when it comes to new age cinema, and you need those directors who accept that these stories have to be told in a new way, and that's what our director has done.
So we also have heard that this movie kind of breaks stereotypes. Like, hero should be like this, heroine should be like this, villain should be like this.
Totally, I totally agree that it has broken all the rules, all those cliche rules. What people say, you have to follow these footsteps to reach there. Everything has broken their, I would say, their norms, and they have tried to do which I think no one has ever attempted.
After watching the trailer, teaser, and yesterday we've released the fight trailer too, looks like everyone is a hero in their own way.
People come with that big question mark on their mind that we need to get those answers when we watch the film. I think that's the vibe that really attracts people to the theaters, and I think Sita has done. And now fingers are crossed. Film is releasing now, and hoping for the best. Yeah.
Okay, so on the sets, we've heard that you always come late. We saw it in the making video.
I think I was the first one, always used to be there on the sets. That particular one shot that you put it, that was one shot out of those 80 days. So 70, 80 days, I was always the first one to reach the sets, even before the production people, and my production people are used to complain that, sir, you have to come a little late because we need to be on the sets before you. And I used to be early. But that first day was a day I landed on the sets. I never knew who the costume guys, where I'm supposed to get ready and all. So getting all those people together and getting my costumes done, that's the reason, I came that 5 minutes late. But I knew that, this is one set which totally respects the time, which is the best thing. I would say the first thing that should be taught to an actor is that you have to respect others' time. And with a captain like Teja sir, who makes sure that he's starts early, he finishes on time. Every actor they need to be on their toes to present on the set on the given call time.
Yeah. So now you've worked with Kajal Aggarwal and Bellamkonda Sai Srinivas and Teja sir. Now we want to know one good quality about them and one bad quality. You should tell about all three of them.
Start with Kajal. I think she's a very, very dedicated artist. She looks beautiful on screen. I was telling her yesterday, the camera loves you. And she's really worked hard in this cutthroat industry and left a mark as an actor, which is very, very commendable. I don't know anything bad I can say about her because she was always on her toes to make Sita look phenomenal on screen. And Srinivas, Bellamkonda Srinivas, I worked with his father for Kandariga. They were the producers, and the film was a huge hit. I met the family, and I've seen from that day his journey as an actor. He's really worked hard, and in this film also he was 100% dedicated. Someone who really wanted to make things happen. So great to have great co-stars with you, and the more you say about Teja sir, the less it is. He's a guy who's a pure soul, a great technician, a great listener. If a director is a great listener, you can never go wrong. He will always get the best out of you. He'll always note the best things you suggest, or he says something and all, and he'll make sure that thing happens on screen. So that's why, every scene has got a life, every scene has got a soul, and that's why Sita is so magical.
So what is that one word? If you have to describe Sita in one word, what will that be?
Unpredictably phenomenal. Just go and watch on 24th.
Hi, this is Isha Reba.
నేను మీ గెటప్ శ్రీను.
This is Shyamla.
This is Yashwant here.
Subscribe Manastars.
Subscribe to Manastars.
Subscribe to Manastars.